Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Apache. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Adam. Thank you for joining. Uh, thank you. Please, guys. The best way you can support me is share this link. Comment in the comment section, like the video, so that more people can join, and then we can have a nice time. Okay. I'm going to open up now, and then we are going to start. All right. Welcome to you guys again. What we are going to be learning about today, I have shared it with a number of friends, and everyone that I've shared it with have a cause to come back and say thank you for introducing this tool to me. And it's not a hidden tool; it's all over the place. But of course, whatever you don't know about, you don't know about it. So that is why I am going to um, start right about anybody that has not joined by now is going to be able to join us later, and they can always watch the video later. But the advantage of joining now, for those of you who have joined, is the fact that if you are interested, you'll be able to practice alongside as I do it. Because one thing is to learn something, another thing is to be able to do it, after you have learned it. So the best way to learn is to practice along. I'm going to be telling you where you need to pay attention, to stop and listen to what I'm saying, and then when you are able to practice along, I'm going to tell you um, to follow me and practice. So I plan that one or two persons will join me on live to talk about this. Okay, here is one of them. This is a friend joining, from somewhere in Nigeria. Olumide, you're live. Can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Absolutely, I can hear you.
Okay. Something's wrong with your camera, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to get it together. Just give me a moment.
Okay, no problem. No problem. Um, I too, I'm trying to, get familiar with. I'm trying to get familiar with this. Okay, this thing right here, this tool. I'm just using it for the first time. So, guys, please bear with me. I'm trying to learn it. Okay, thank you, Olumide, for joining. We are going to start. I'm going to share my screen and show you guys what I have been talking about. Um, okay, let me share this. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please put in the comment section. Let me know that you can see my screen. Please comment if you can see my screen. So I'm supposed to do a setting here to make you guys see me. I can't see your comment. I'm waiting for your comment. If you can see my screen, please put in the comment. Let me be sure that everything's working fine. Oh, okay, great. Thank you. Okay, thank you. All right. So this here, Olumide, I'm not sure. This is what is called Notebook LM. Notebook LM. If you have heard about this before, please put in the chat. You have seen, or you have used it before, and tell us how you have used it. Yeah, that's the first thing. I would like you to put in the chat if you have used it before. If you have heard about Notebook LM, right? Okay, thank you. You can see my screen. Great. So one cool thing about Notebook LM is I share with a friend who was just starting his a PhD program, and then in US, and then was, if you have done a PhD in US or a master's program in US before, you know that there's a lot of weekly readings that you have to complete in order to participate in class when you get to class and all of that. So because it's a new terrain, she was not sure what to do, and then she reached out to me, and then I was able to take her through Notebook LM, and every time we've had chance to talk over the phone, she always said, "Thank you for showing me Notebook LM." So I'm going to um, show you how to get to this place where I am right now. It is called. Let me see whether I'm sharing the right screen, just to be sure. Yeah. Okay. So it is called Notebook LM dot google.com. So as I'm doing it, I want you guys to follow me. So I will be stopping and checking with you. And I think I need two screens here. Next time I'm going to try to get two screen. Okay, this is Anna. I use it as a podcast to summarize a book for me. That's great. That's great. Yeah. We are going to be looking at more diverse ways to use Notebook LM, and how to make actually use it for side income, and all of those other things. Olumide, have you used Notebook LM before?
No, I don't really use it. So
Okay,
uh,
so it's a good thing you are here today. You are going to be, we are going to be having a conversation about it. You let me know if the things we are looking at here, whether they are useful for you or not. Um, I'm not sure what screen you guys are seeing, because this thing is actually, let me see, notebook LM. Okay. Okay, I'm going to close one of the tabs so that I can be sure we are on the same page. So right now, what can you see on my screen? Olumide, can you?
I'm looking at Notebook LM on your screen.
Okay. So you can
Yeah.
see I'm about to create new notebook. Is that what you can see now?
It says create new notebook. Yes,
Yes. Okay.
absolutely.
So I want to be sure that's the same thing that people are seeing wherever they are joining on YouTube. So this is where you first come to when you are trying to use Notebook LM. The first thing I want to do is a walkthrough to see um, various features that Notebook LM has, and how you use them. Then we are going to, as we are doing that, when we are looking at each of the features, we are going to be talking about different ways that people can use it, or that people are actually using it. One thing I can assure you today is, after you have watched this video, you are going to begin to see a lot of videos about Notebook LM now, because that's the way YouTube algorithm works. Even on Facebook, you might begin on Instagram, you might begin to see people talking about it now. Um, I remember few weeks ago when Nano Banana just came out. What Nano Banana, for those who don't know, is a an AI that helps create image, and does not just create images, it edits images. So if you have a picture of yourself that you want to change to a good headshot, or you want to create an image of yourself in a jet, or any kind of editing you want to do, all you need to do is upload your image and tell it to you know change to whatever you want it to change to, without disfiguring your face, without changing anything about your image, your appearance. It can do all of those editing. I mean, up until that time, it was difficult to do, because if you give ChatGPT a picture, an image of yourself, and you want it to edit it in a certain way, by the output is going to have disfigured your face. And so when Anova came out, I just stumbled upon it in some place, and then I began to, oh, this is interesting. Before you know it, all the videos I began to see was Nano Banana. So that's what's going to happen to some of us here today. After you have learned about Notebook LM, you're going to begin to see it everywhere. So I encourage you to watch more videos about it, because I can't say that I'm going to be able to cover all strategies here today, regardless whatever we're able to do. So the first thing about Notebook LM that I want to let you see is that, number one, it is free. So if you are able to, if you have a Google account, you have a Gmail account, all you need to do is go to your Chrome and sign in to your Gmail, to your Google account, and then go to your this, what do you call this, the URL where you enter your URL. I've forgotten the name now. Enter Notebook LM. You can just go to Google and Google Notebook LM, and then it's going to bring you to this place. When you get here, if you have never used it before, what you are going to see is something like try Notebook LM. Try Notebook LM. And then you are going to click on that. It will bring you to notebooklm.google.com, and then you are going to create a new notebook. Now, one of the things I like about Notebook LM is that it is able to you're able to upload. Okay, so let me first of all, for those who don't know, if you want to use ChatGPT to do Olumide, I believe you have used ChatGPT for to summarize materials before, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to, what are the things that, what are the challenges that you face with ChatGPT helping you summarize materials, or you are asking, you are chatting with ChatGPT on a particular material that you have uploaded? What are the, have you faced any challenges in terms of the accuracy and even the trust that you have in it, that it will not go and give you something that is not even in the material? Have you had any of those kind of concerns?
Yeah, of course. ChatGPT, as good as it is, of course, they to tell you can make mistakes. And one of the shortcomings is that if you put a, for instance, if you want to summarize, let's say a 30-page textbook, for instance, and you
Mm-hmm.
discover ChatGPT, as much as it can help you, it doesn't do a good job. Are you getting it? So
Yeah.
sometimes
Yeah.
it can model up the summary. Sometimes it can add some of the things that are not in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Are you getting it? So
Mm-hmm.
extraneous materials that you don't need,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you
Mm-hmm.
find it in there. So
Mm-hmm.
those are
That's
some.
what it's called. That's what it's called, has hallucination. So it does a lot of
Yeah,
hallucination. So one good thing about Notebook LM is that it doesn't hallucinate. Or, I mean, as far as I've seen, it doesn't hallucinate. But even if it does at all, it is going to be minimal, very minimal. So the level of trust that you can have in the output is higher. And to show you that, the first thing I want you to see is that here you see what they call source limit here. It means that you can upload up to 50 sources all at once in a single notebook. If you subscribe to a paid version of this software, you can upload, I think, more than 50, I think about 100 sources at once. And one good thing is it can take all forms of sources. So you see, you can upload PDF, you can upload Markdown, you can upload audio, MP3. Some of my friends that have introduced this tool to, what they do when they go to class is they record their class session and or their phone as audio, and then they bring it, put it on Notebook LM. It transcribes it for you within a blink of an eye. And then if you want to, reread, or you want to cut a part of it and, make your own notes, it makes it easy for you to do. And you can upload documents, you can upload images, PNG, you can see all sort of formats. Then you can connect your Google Drive. And then if you store up research papers, or if you're a business person, you store up different documents regarding a project in your Google Drive. You can connect that Google Drive to Notebook LM, and then I'm going to show you later at some point, there's a feature where you can search your own Google Drive. I don't know, Olumide, you use Google Drive a lot, right? As a PhD student, have you tried to search for particular materials that you uploaded in your Google Drive, and then it becomes a very difficult thing?
Uh, Wait, I didn't get the question. You're
Like
asking if I have searched.
searching for your uploaded material, you have a lot of, at some point in time you uploaded some materials in your Google Drive, and then you
Yeah,
want to fetch it to use it.
yeah,
You have to go
yeah,
and search, type in the search, and then you have
yeah.
to look through. If you connect it to Notebook LM, you can do that search very easily and retrieve that document as a source.
Okay.
That is one thing I'm showing here. The next is here. You can see link. You can get a website link URL
I,
and
I,
come and
I
put it here, and then it is going to fetch that web page for you and load it as a source. Now, if you have a YouTube video that you want to learn from, you can upload the link here, and it's going to fetch the video and transcribe it immediately.
I just, Moses, I just want to be sure if we are looking at the same screen. Are you talking about the? I want to know if we are all seeing your screen. Is it the coherence and cohesion link thing that you are talking about right now, or you have a
Okay,
different?
I think you are seeing something else. Let me
Yeah,
be.
we don't think we can see what you are showing us.
I see. I see. Thank you for pointing my attention to that. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop this screen, and I'm going to share another tab entirely, another window entirely, so that we can be sure. So here you can see anti-gravity here, anti-gravity browser control.
Yeah, yeah, we can see that.
Okay. So let's go to Notebook LM from here. Yeah. So you can see Notebook LM now.
Yes.
And then we go to create new. So I'm trying to show how we can upload different kind of sources here.
Okay.
I'm going to let me open this YouTube on my phone so that I can follow on my phone and be sure that people are seeing the right things. I mean, this is the first time, so we are going to perfect it. Something. Okay. So yeah. Okay. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I'm still learning the software, but I believe that you are going to get it. So I was saying that we can connect Google Drive, we can upload link, website link, and then we can upload the YouTube link. So and put them here. So if you click on this, you paste the text. If you Once you open the notebook, this pop up, this this so interface will pop up like this. And then if you want to upload source, you choose the source you want to upload from here. Okay, I think I have another friend in the studio. Let me quickly open the door for for him. Uh, okay, Francis, you're here. Let me give you a screen, and really, okay, Lumide, you're here. I think I need somebody. I need Francis. Can you hear us? Let me see if you can. Yeah, okay. Francis, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me too?
I can hear you, and it's over loud,
All
sir.
right.
I think it's too,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, thank you for joining. We've been,
Let me remove.
yeah, we've been having conversation about notebook LM, and then you can chime in at any point in time. I know you have used it a lot for your work, so you can chime in at any time and let me know what's going on. And then if you are able to see what's going on YouTube, you can also help me to call my attention to stuff so that people I don't miss what people are saying in the comment section on YouTube. So this is Notebook LM. We're about to see the wonders now. I've shown you how to upload sources. I hope you are following. If you are following, you can also use your phone. Actually, you can connect on your phone and upload sources. On your phone if you are able to. Right. I'm going to now I'm going to now open a particular notebook I've used before so that I don't have to start, trying to. Okay. So I did a an example, a project about effective social media content strategy. And what I did was you can click here to also add sources. If you click on this add sources, you will see this pop up again, and then you can upload from Google Drive, upload the website link, upload YouTube link, or you can upload from your system. Now, another thing I did not mention earlier on is that you can click on discover sources. If you click on discover sources, it's going to bring you here, and then you will type the title, the topic of the sources that you are trying to look for. You type it in here. Say you are doing a market research, or you want to learn about um, any topic of your Okay, let's have somebody give us an example. Lumide, you are free to also share an example topic. If we want to create a new notebook, let's create a new notebook and do that all together. So let's say we don't have any sources yet. So Olumide, what topic do you think you want us to explore here? It can be academic. I know you are an academic. Uh, Francis is not an academic, but I don't know if he's. Are you, Francis? Are you ready? Can you talk now?
Yes, I can talk. Go on. The stress of joining the platform is a little bit something.
It is
So
well.
I'm
So
settling
sorry for
down
that.
now.
No problem. Just take your time. Take your time. Olumide is going
All
to help
right.
me. So Olumide, any topic of interest that you have worked on recently?
Well, I mean, I can just tell you a topic that I'm really interested in.
Oh yeah, let's do
Uh,
that.
let's talk about becoming a successful 21st century leader.
A successful 21st century leader.
Yeah.
Now, when we do this, here you see an option here to search the web or to search your Google Drive.
Okay.
So we are going to choose search the web, and you can also choose fast research, which is quick, and you can do deep research. So because the topic is new, we don't have any sources. If you do fast research, what it's going to give you is like 10 sources. I have not used deep research before. So let's try deep research, and we can allow it to run. While it is running, we can go back. Let me go back again. And we can go back and choose a notebook that we already have so I can show you the features. Let me see what's going on YouTube to be sure that we are on the same page here. Okay, we're on the same page. All right. Guys, I'm not seeing your comment again. I hope you guys are there. I hope you are enjoying it. If you have any question at any point, please put it in the comment section so that I can treat it right away. Right. So I have how many sources here? 22 sources. I did gather the sources just the same way I am doing for this one now. You can see it's already, it's going for 5 steps. It has done 2 steps out of 5. So I have the sources here. And then you see what I did? I decided to create an infographic. Now, if you look at these 2 buttons here, these 2 decks, you realize that they said currently unavailable, but we are working on bringing this back. So the day I used this, I was able to do infographic and I was able to do slide deck, even though they were new at that point, and it has better on them. So a day after, I think they entered a glitch, and then they are trying to, work on it. So it's not active right now, but I'm going to show you what I use it to do. The slide deck I used it to do. So this one is the slide deck. This one is the infographic. Let's see the infographic. Yeah, look at the infographic. Can you imagine? You want to do this, you want to create this infograph. Like, how long do you think this is going to take you, Olumide? Like,
Well, uh, yeah, I mean it's really pretty. I love the color, the coloring, and then the lettering, and then everything just fits seamlessly. It's going to take you a long time if you are not using AI.
yeah, I
Definitely.
mean, and you can imagine that I myself, I don't know which tool I can use to help me to do this, because not everybody has this kind of skills.
Yeah.
So this was done just in few minutes.
Yeah.
Let's go to the slide deck now and see. Look at the slide deck. No, this is the same thing. So this is the slide deck. I'm going to open it up. So this is the first slide. This is the first slide. It says the social feed is broken. And then it shows me on this side, you have what brands post and what consumers actually want. And then the source of that from the sources I curated. Bring this up. Look at the next one. Look at that. I don't know. I have used AI to make slides before, but this is just different. It does it most perfectly well. And the only challenge right now that I noticed with creating slide on this platform is that when I wanted to download it, it downloaded only in PDF form. So I'm not able to edit it. But I also know that if you download in PDF, you can go online and look for a place to convert PDF to PowerPoint. And then you go and convert it immediately. So that should not be a problem. But beyond this, other features than that you can do. So as a teacher, for example, if you're a teacher watching us, Olumide, you're a teacher. So what do you think this slide deck feature, how do you think it can help you prepare if you use slide for class anyway? How do it can help you to to fast track your preparation for your teaching class lesson?
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of features there. I'm looking at, for instance, the flashcards. I'm big on flashcards because uh, there's just a lot of things that you can use flashcards to do.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so I sometimes as a digital ID, I use it for my students' digital ID, and it's usually very. And when I mean digital ID, I can prepare a flashcard and then I'll put my students' details on it, and I can literally begin to teach a lesson, for instance, and
Mm-hmm.
by asking them things like, uh, what are things that they really wish people can know about them that are not on that ID, and then they begin to see a lot of things, and
Mm-hmm.
just to
As a
drive
conversation starter, right?
yeah, something like
Mm-hmm.
that, something like an icebreaker. So
That's very good.
there are other things there, but I mean, let's stop
So,
there.
so for Notebook LM, the sources that you put here is what it is working on. It
Mm.
doesn't go outside the source. That is one of the reasons why I said hallucination is very minimal. And so you go to flashcard. If you see flashcard, this is how to create flashcard. You can determine the number of cards, fewer, standard, and more. You can determine the level of difficulty. So this is just like, you know, you upload sources and you want to prepare for an exam or a quiz on those sources. And then you are preparing, you want to design flashcards. And then you can prompt it here to determine what the flashcards should focus on or the kind of questions that you're expecting. Okay. If you want to use it for memorization, you can determine that, you can prompt it in that way. And then you can choose hard or medium or easy. Okay. Let's try to generate, some flashcards, and then we'll later see what it looks like. And then quiz. This is one feature that I've used more recently with my students, and I first thought that they would not engage, but it was very engaging. Some of them that were even losing focus in class at that point, they came alive, and then they were answering the questions because the questions were very interesting. So what I did was we have a press book that we use, which is open source. And then I went to, whatever topic we are treating at that point, I went to copy the link to the page of that topic, put them here, and then the notebook LM is able to bring the source together, and then I create quiz. And I said focus on my students are ESL students, in an introductory class to academic writing. So I, prompted it like that and told it to focus on a particular type of questions, and then it generated the quiz. So let's generate some quiz um, without even prompting it too much. You can see that you can also determine the level of difficulty of the quiz and the number of questions. If you have fewer number of questions, I think standard is 10. So you can click more. So I can see, I mean, these are things that are going to be very useful for teachers. So if you are a teacher and you're here, I hope you find it very useful. Now you can also create reports. Now this is where things begin to be very, real. Beyond um, creating quiz and flashcards, you can write a report of different types, or a report seems to be more niche. Like you can write anything basically. If you are trying to synthesize all of the documents, all of the sources that you are trying to synthesize them, and you want citation, you can create your own here and tell it what you want to do. So let's say write a synthesis of all the sources on the topic. What's the topic here? Effective social media. And you can choose a subtopic rather than the topic that really combine everything together. You can choose an issue, a concept that runs across most of the sources, and then you ask it to synthesize all the papers, all the sources, on that topic. So let's see social media, content strategy. And then I hit generate. I mean, I as an academic, Olumide, how do you think this particular feature we are on right now, how do you think it can be useful for you in your research work?
Sorry, so I lost you for a moment. You are
Okay.
talking about the reports, right?
Yes, we are talking about the report, and we just did we just prompted it to create a synthesis of the papers.
Okay.
The sources that we have here, you can synthesize, and we are
Okay.
going to see maybe when we see the output, Then we will come back to that. We'll come back to that question. Now, one other feature here I see is that you can write a blog post. So if you have been hoping to have a blog, or you have a business and you have a blog that you have abandoned, you have not been writing, this is the best way, this is the best time to wake up and begin to do that. If you want to write blog for income, if you know what you are looking for, if you know what you want to do, all you need to do is curate sources, and there are everywhere. Even blog posts of some other people on that same topic. You can create them as sources here. And then you use this report feature here to write a blog post. These formats are the standard formats that are there that Notebook LM has. But these ones down here are formats that are suggested based on the sources that you have. So the sources you have here will determine the suggestions that you will get here. But beyond these suggestions, you can create your own. Blog posts, we are going to ask you to write a blog post. I want you to see the prompt that they put here for a blog post. You say, act as a thoughtful writer and synthesizer of ideas, tasked with creating an engaging and readable blog post for a popular online publishing platform known for its clean aesthetic and insightful content. So I'm going to give you a trick here. If you are trying to write anything using this report feature, you can copy this prompt. I mean, what you are trying to write is not a blog post, but you want to write, say, even the literature review. Let's say you want to write literature review. Copy this prompt and take it to ChatGPT. I'm going to open ChatGPT or Gemini or whatever. Tell it that you are working on Notebook LM and you want to write a literature review of the sources that you have there. So we tell it, I'm going to feed you the example prompt that Notebook LM has. And I want you to adapt it for my own literature review. So it's going to write the same prompt for you, the same exact prompt for you that looks like the one that you gave to it. Now, the good thing about that is that you will be talking to Notebook LM in the language it understands. And that is how to get the best out of any AI tool. If you are following me, please put in the chat. Let me know that you guys are following me. So I know that I'm not alone here. So Olumide, let's come back to the topic you gave me. So here you can see the resilient executive, a strategic blueprint, blah blah blah. So you can view all the sources here. You can click on view and then you will view all the sources. These are the sources. What is happening now? Okay. Now they are. So these are cited sources. You can say cited in report. I don't know what that means, but you can see all these sources. Okay. I think what it did, because I told you I've not used this deep research before. So what it did is it gave you 17 sources. And then he wrote a report on the sources. So these are the 17 sources. These 17 sources are cited in this report. And these ones are not cited, but it's also brought them together. So what I want to do is you can import all of them, including the report he gave you, import all of them into this place as sources. So first thing I want you to look at here, I'm going to expand this. First thing I want you to see here is that it has a variety of sources. So you can see this is the deep research report, the one it did by itself, merging together all the other sources. And this one seems to be a document or a web page, but you can see YouTube. This is a YouTube video. This is a PDF. So you can see several different type of sources. And the last source here, it says invalid URL. So this happens sometimes. It gives you sources that it itself cannot read. So you can remove that. Remove that from the list. It doesn't have any use. So here now we know the number of sources that we have is 20 sources altogether.
I
And
have
then
a
the first thing
question.
you see, okay, go ahead.
Is there a way you can tell if these sources are peer reviewed sources, especially for academics?
So that is the thing. Before we upload, before we import them, that's what we
Mm-hmm.
can do. We can actually do that.
Okay.
Let me see. We can still, we should still be able to add sources. Let's go and add sources, and then we want to discover sources. Let's do a fast research on the topic again. What's the topic again? Remind me. Skills for the
Yeah.
21st century leaders, right?
Yeah. Something
Let's do a
like that.
fast research, and then we'll be able to try that stuff you're talking about. So the first thing you see here is that it gives a brief summary of all the sources. Since the sources collectively explore the necessity of transitioning from traditional, hierarchical 20th century management models to 21st century leadership characterized by agility and human focus. I don't know if you have done a little bit of research or readings on this before. Does this make sense to you?
It does.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So the first research has been completed. Let's click on view. If you click on view, you are going to be able to see them here, and then you can see this small arrow here is the one that you can use to open it and go there and see what it is. So this
Okay.
one is Harvard something harvardbusiness.org. You can see, and then you can check another one. This one looks like a blog post on Forbes. Yeah. So this is how you check them and see. This is another Harvard business post. So you can see the one that is peer reviewed by taking a look at it like this. None of these are none of these are peer reviewed. And I think also you can add to the okay, this one is peer reviewed, right? It seems so.
Yeah. I can.
Yeah, it is. So
Yeah.
you can also probably in when you are typing in the topic, you can type in peer reviewed sources on that. So let's import another 10 sources, and then we have 30 now. So you can begin to now do whatever you want to do. Now, one cool thing about this, studying, if you are studying with it or you are, preparing for, you have a business person, you have a business meeting and you're preparing for a business meeting, you put all the document about the particular project you want to talk about, you put it in the notebook LM, and then you are, you know, checking through the documents for information that you need that you are preparing for. You can add note here and you can type here, just like you would type in your what's it called? Just like you would type in your Google Doc, and then whatever you type here, you can still convert it to a source. If you click
Mm,
convert to source, it's going to bring it to the source panel here. How cool is that?
it's good.
Yeah. So let's go back to where we were the other time and see what we have provided, what this guy has provided for us. We have a report now written. We asked for a literature review, right? Did we ask for a literature review? Okay, we had for a synthesis of all the sources. We don't know which one is which, but let's start on this one. So this one says the architect's guide to a high impact social media content strategy. This looked like the blog post. This looks like the blog post. We can know by clicking here. We show the prompt. Write the synthesis. Okay, this is synthesis of all the sources. So this is the synthesis. So synthesizing. Oh, I did not ask it to include citation, but you can also do that. Ask it to include citation. It's going to include it. So this is quiz. This is what the quiz look like. You can see, according to the 80-20 rule of social media content marketing, what should 80% of your post consist of? You can see, you can choose an answer. It tells you that you are wrong, and then it tells you the right answer, and then you continue. So these are 15 questions. And it also has hints. If you are studying, if you're a student, look at hint here. Give you hint. Okay. And then what did we made flashcards. Let's hear what our flashcard look like. So it says, according to the Sprout Social Index, what's the number of one type of content consumers don't see enough of from brand on social media? And then you click on see answer. It shows you the answer. And then you want to explain it. Now, this is very interesting. You click on explain, it is going to come to this place and prompt itself. Look at the prompt. I'm reviewing flashcard based on the source material, and I would like to expand my understanding of one of them. It says on the front it reads, it gives it what it reads in the front, and the answer on the back says authentic. Now this, explain this topic in more detail. So imagine you are learning, as a researcher, learning some key terms or whatever, and then you can prompt it like this using flashcards, if that works for you. But I mean, as students that you are preparing for exam, this is one thing you can do. If you are preparing for professional exams as well, these are the things that can be very useful. Okay, that's flashcards. What do you think about this? Any feedback? Let me do.
About what again? The flashcards?
Yeah, the quiz and the flashcards.
Yeah, I mean, I think they are good. I saw what you did with the flashcards. They're amazing.
And this one is the I think is the this is note. Oh, this is a note I created before now. So
there's a lot of things that's right. That right panel. There's a lot of things that you can do there.
yes. So we are still on reports. Remain 3: mind map, video overview, and audio overview. So let's do those on your sources so that we can see some cool stuff. So this is mind map. When you generate mind map, it is going to show you connections among the different concepts that are talked about in all the sources. And then you'll be able to do some cool stuff with it. And this is video overview. And this is my most favorite. I don't know why a lot of people are not using this right now, because there is nothing that and this is where we are going to talk about income strategy, side income strategies. Okay. So you can create an explainer. An explainer is you upload different sources here, say about quantum mechanics, or this one that we just did now, this 21st century leaders, and then you have a YouTube channel that explain different hard topics. You create an explainer, and you decide, the visual, what the visual should look like. What should we do here? Let's do anime, or you do whiteboard. Let's do whiteboard here, or you can do a custom style. You can tell it to make it yeah, Describe a custom visual, a children like a children's storybook illustration, and then you prompt here the focus of the AI. But I will do whiteboard, and then what are the things to focus on in this? What you just gave. What are the sources we have here? The adaptive leader skills for the 21st century. Do you have any special prompt you want us to use, Olumide?
Like I don't have any special. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Like whether you want to prompt it specifically to focus on certain aspects um,
Oh,
of the
okay.
sources.
Okay. Should I say 21st century leader and the use of technology or something like that?
Yeah.
Let's be.
Technology. So we'll say focus on, and then we can actually do auto select of the visual style. But let's do whiteboard and see what it looks like. Then this is an explainer. If you want a brief, it's going to be very shorter, but let's do explainer. So let that keep running. And then the last one is the audio overview. So the audio overview is where you create something like a podcast or an audio explainer. So the deep dive is a lively conversation between two hosts. They are going to be talking just like in a podcast, very realistic voices, just like humans. And they will be giggling and doing all sort of things. If you are someone that like, listening to materials, you can convert all your sources into a podcast, and then they will be talking through it. And one cool part that I'm going to also demonstrate here is that you can participate in the conversation. If they are talking and then you see that there is something they have mentioned that you don't understand or you wanted to go deeper into, you can click a button and then you say, hey, you just mentioned so and so. I'd like you to elaborate more on that. And then they are going to listen to you and do that. That looks like a magic the first time I saw it. And I'm sure that some people are going to feel the same way today. So let's see. You can also create a bite-sized overview to help you grasp the core ideas from your sources quickly. Or you can do a critique. So let's say you have, when you finish your dissertation, before you submit, you can put it here and ask this guy to critique it. So it's going to assume an expert and review your source and then offer some constructive feedback to help you improve your material. Then you can also have a debate. Like two hosts are going to take two sides of two interesting sides that are, presented relevant to your sources. And then they are going to use your sources to support their claims and debate against each other. How cool is that? So let's do a deep dive. And then I'm not going to prompt it. I'm going to make it short. So because we don't have let's do default because we don't have a lot of time here. Oh, have we spent 1 hour?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm enjoying this. I don't know if you guys are enjoying it.
Spend
So
1 hour.
yeah, I didn't expect it to last this long. But I guess we had some issues at the beginning too. So yeah, this is everything about Notebook LM. And what I would want to talk about are the different use cases for different categories of people. One thing I do with Notebook LM is I can use it to learn anything now. So imagine I want to learn. I don't know how to. Let me go back and create a new notebook. I want to learn how to write grant proposals in the US context. I can go here and discover sources and say how to write grant proposals. And then I launch it, brings in sources, put it down here, and I'll begin to chat with it. How do I write grant proposal? What are the key things I need to, And then, or I can actually, after bringing all the sources together, if I have a project I want to write the proposal on, I'm going to, the details about the project, I'm going to create it as a source, upload it as a PDF here as well. Next, I am going to go to the website of, where they advertise the grant. And I'm going to copy all the requirements of the grant, use it as a source, and dump it in the source panel here. And I'm going to now go to the report section. I'm going to prompt this guy to follow the techniques grant proposal according to the sources, and then use it to write a grant proposal for so and so, which is already part of the sources. And then I'm going to tell you the project I want to do, to write the proposal, to write the grant proposal on, is already in the source. I'm going to quote it, mention it. And then I'm going to ask this guy to write a full packaged grant proposal for me. How many of you think that this is a game changer for grant writing?
I think so.
Yeah, so that is one of the cool things I do. Now, on the technical stuff, in next week, what I want to teach on this live next week is how to build your own app for free without having any tech skill. I'm going to teach it live here. If you know anybody that will be interested, please let them know. I will share the link out at the beginning of the week. And then if you are interested, please subscribe. Make sure you subscribe before you leave here today. And you are going to find it very interesting. Subsequently, we are going to be looking at, automations, AI automations, agents, how to do several different things. I'm going to also teach at some point how to maximize ChatGPT, because a lot of people are using ChatGPT for different reasons and different purposes, but many people are not getting what they need from it because of how they prompt it. So I'm going to show you how to build comprehensive context around whatever you want to ask ChatGPT to do, and then you are going to be shocked at the result it's going to give you. So let's look at the mind map. Please just bear with me. Give me another 10 minutes. I'll be done here. So mind map. Let's look at what the mind map look like. Sorry, we already generated one. Why am I clicking it again? So this is a mind map. Okay, so Olumide, I believe you can see this.
Absolutely, yeah.
So you can see the beginning node is effective 21st century leadership. That's the overall theme. And here we have 4 sub-themes. And then if you click on this node here, it's going to expand to show you other sub-themes that are linked to these sub-themes. And then you can click this again, it expands. So that is how interactive it is. You can go on and on like that and see everything. But what is more interesting is that if you see any concept here that you really like to learn more about, if you click on it, watch what's going to happen. It comes back to this interface here, the chat interface, and prompt itself says, discuss what this source say about emerging leadership styles in the larger context of foundational styles and mindset. And then it is going to go through all the sources and pull together different views on that concept that these sources have. One cool thing that we have not talked about, and I forgot to mention, is that one of the reasons why it is better than ChatGPT is that it's going to tell you this, is going to give you references to the sources so that you know which particular source actually talks about this. For example, it says these styles require emotional intelligence, which is foundational for self-awareness, self-regulation, and empathy. And then you can look at this 21 here. If you click on it, it is going to open up that source here and highlight the parts that that phrase or that sentence is condensed from. So you can go to the source by itself and read more into details, whatever you are reading. Does that make sense, Olumide?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Yeah. So this
Definitely.
is this is one very beautiful thing about notebook LM, and you can see. So if you can see the mind map here, you just click on it. Traditional versus modern tensions. Click on it. It's going to come here and prompt itself again, and it's going to just roll like that. And you can. So tell me, do you think this has um, a capacity to improve your study, your research work?
Oh, I mean, if that question is for me, absolutely. I mean, it's my first time of coming across, even though I've heard the name before, but I've not really had an opportunity to look at it. But all of the things that you are showing here are very cool. It's a lot of help that this can provide. I mean, it goes an extra mile beyond ChatGPT, like all of those school reporting. Then how that you can look at your sources and
Mm-hmm.
even vet them before you even put them in your work. Then
Yeah.
look at those flashcards. So there's just a lot of things that
Mm.
this can be very helpful for. So I'm hoping to really look into it too.
Yeah, let's check people that are live on watching live on YouTube. How how do you think which of these features apply to your own use case most? And what do you think you'll be able to do with it? If you're a student, talk about it. Let's know it in the chat. If you're a business owner, talk about it in the chat. If you are a professor, a lecturer, talk about it in the chat. How is it this tool going to help you? I like to know. And we want to see the podcast. Okay. I believe I'm sharing my audio. I believe I'm sharing my audio. So let me try this and see. So you click on this and you can hear. Are you here, Olumide?
Yeah, I'm with you. Are you asking me a question? Sorry, I was
Yeah, I'm asking whether you can hear the podcast.
the audio.
Yeah.
No, I cannot hear the podcast right now.
Okay. I'm going to stop sharing and reshare.
Yeah, kind of share. Let's
We need to be able to hear it. Also share system audio. Okay, let me do that. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay. So you click on this and then you play.
Constantly shifting. The demands on lead. Welcome to the deep dive. If you're leading any kind of team or organization today, you probably feel it.
Oh, yeah.
That feeling like the ground beneath your feet is just constantly shifting. The demands on leaders have gotten so much harder.
That feeling of pressure is so widespread, we've even, developed acronyms for it.
Right, like VUCA.
Exactly. VUCA, volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous, or the newer one.
What do you think about that? Let me there.
I think
I
it's an
think it's an
absolutely good.
absolutely good.
Uh,
Uh,
it's that
it's
meet
that
is
meet
that
is that
discussion.
discussion.
Is it
Is it
the
the
summary that
summary
came
that
out
came out
from
from
the
the
sources that we
sources
put
that
in
we
there?
put in there? Yeah, the this synthesized information about all the sources. They call it audio overview of all the
Okay,
sources together. This is 13 minutes. If you want
okay.
it
So
longer,
who
so
are the,
who
I get the
I get
point,
the point,
but who are those
who
that
are
are
those that
talking
are
there?
talking there? Okay, let's find out. I'm going to use interactive mode. Click on
Okay,
interactive mode, and then you are going to be able to participate. So we are going to ask them what who they are.
Welcome to the big dive. If you're leading any kind of team or organization today, you probably feel it.
Oh, yeah.
That feeling like the ground beneath your feet is just constantly
I'm
shifting.
going
The
to I'm
demands
going
on
to
leaders
join
have gotten so much
the
harder.
That
conversation
feeling of
now and
pressure
ask
is so
them
widespread, we've even,
who they are.
developed acronyms for. Oh, hey there, what's up?
Hey, what's up? I was wondering. I would like to know who you guys are. You have not said anything about yourself.
That is a wonderful question.
We get so excited to dive into the content that we totally jumped ahead.
Our apologies for that. We appreciate you asking.
Absolutely. We are your hosts.
And we are both deeply fascinated by the dynamics of organizational change.
My background is really in synthesizing information,
I'm the one who devours the behavioral science
and I specialize in taking all those dense concepts.
and making them easy to digest and immediately applicable.
So I bring the enthusiasm and the stories.
And I try to provide the critical context, the so what insights,
We love diving deep into these topics.
because we genuinely believe that understanding these dynamics improves the practice of management.
And its impact on the world. That's actually part of the mission of the Harvard Business
Okay,
Publishing
I see
platform.
what's
Right,
going on
improving
now.
the world through better management.
So this is like a podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. I see.
Yeah. And one cool thing is I did a YouTube channel. When I first saw this, I created a YouTube channel for this kind of podcast. I put a thumbnail, put it there as a still image, and then these guys are talking in the background. But today now, with the advancement in AI, you can easily create a talking head video of these guys that are talking, and then you create a proper video podcast that you can post on YouTube, and then on different topics. If you want to discuss, in fact, one idea I had at some point was to all those books that people that you would have loved to read, but you don't have access to, or you don't even have time to read. I want this guy to help me do chapter by chapter summary, chapter by chapter summary of the book. I just get the PDF of the book, put it here, and click podcast on it. I believe that, there are insightful books that not many of us have access to, right? So I believe this feature is very, very cool.
Absolutely.
And
I think that absolutely. I think that can you
go
hear
ahead.
me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I think this audio future is a game changer. And for those who don't like to do a lot of dense reading,
Mm-hmm.
this will apparently be helpful for them to listen to math, especially for people who are in classes that they have to do a lot of readings. So this feature can really help them to get through a lot of materials with a short.
Mm-hmm.
Are you seeing what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what I
They can make sense of the material very
Yeah.
very fast.
yeah what I did sometime ago was put the material in the source panel, get a detailed summary of the material. I read through it, and then I do an audio overview. So even when I'm driving, I can be listening and be making sense of the summary that I have read. And then when I get to class, I'm able to participate normally like anybody. And that really gives an edge. So let's see the video overview. Let's see what it looks like.
Okay.
I want to put it in. No, I want to expand it. Is there a way to expand this? Okay, here. Okay, so it's 8 minutes.
All right, let's dive right in. We're talking about something that's on everybody's mind, what it means to be a leader today. Because let's be real, the old school, top-down, command and control style, it's on its way out. The rules of leadership are being completely rewritten for a whole new era of work, and today we're going to break down that new playbook.
You know, it really all comes down to this one question. Think about it. The qualities that made someone a fantastic leader even 10, 15 years ago, they might not cut it anymore. The entire landscape is shifting under our feet, and leaders
exploring this wild new world of work. Then we'll look at how the leader's role itself has to fundamentally change. We'll unpack a really practical model called the agility framework, dive into the people skills that are absolutely critical now, and finally, we'll see how today's top leaders are using technology to make it all happen. Expectations. And then there's the elephant in the room. AI is basically becoming a co-pilot in our work, changing how we make decisions. All of this points to one massive shift.
So, what do you think about this?
There's just a lot of things to. I mean, the video features, the images,
Hmm.
everything
So it's
just
like he created slides, and then
yeah,
comments on the slides, on those each of the slide,
yeah,
and you can see how he's transitioning the slide. So
yeah,
you can make there are videos that we use to teach in class, in at least in the US. I know that people use these professors use these different kind of videos. They bring it to class to spice up conversation in their class. You can create your own. Come here, put the sources there, and create a short one, like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and then that makes the teaching more interesting. So this is what we wanted to look at. I guess that next week we are going to open conversations with different use cases, how to make money out of this, because I guarantee you that a lot of people are already using this to make money. Some people on YouTube, they create YouTube channels and look for something they can use Notebook LM to do, put it out there. I mean, this does not require a lot of work. Just put the sources, generate the video, and then post it. Put the sources, generate the video, post it. It is going to give value to some people. And then YouTube, if you have a lot of people subscribe to your channel, YouTube begins to pay you. You can do all sorts of things there, and reports. You can create blog and begin to review products. Those blog that review products and then send you to go and buy, and then they collect commissions. All of those things. There are a lot of things you can do. So when we open next week, for the first 10-15 minutes, we are going to talk about different use cases, how to make sense of Notebook LM after you have learned to use the features. And I would like you guys to test it out. And next week, tell me what you have been able to do with Notebook LM in the comment section. If you want to send me personal text as well on WhatsApp, whatever, send it to me. Let me know that this session has been a blessing to you. This is where we are going to stop today. Olumide, do you have any final thoughts on what you have learned today?
Well, I've learned a lot. I think this tool is a very, very good tool for a lot of people. I mean, it's not just for academics alone. I think it's for everybody. Everybody, if you're a content creator, if you're a business person, if you're an entrepreneur, I think everybody, even if you're a teacher, like we talked about the flashcards. I think if you are an architect, I know some of them are listening to me. So, there are just things that you are able to do with this tool that until you put your hands on it, you will never know. So thank you so much for taking your time to come and, I mean, give us a tip of the iceberg. I will
Yeah.
encourage everybody to go and do a deep dive. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, everybody. Don't stop learning. Just go on YouTube. You see different videos about Notebook LM now, and then you will be able to um, to make the best use of it, for your own learning. Thank you. This is where we are going to end the stream today, and then I'll see you next week. Bye bye.